friends!
Hello!
Welcome back. The purpose of this video and why we are here is just kind of a what we've been up to, where I've been. Obviously, it's been almost a year since I posted my last YouTube video. Follow me on my Instagram page, which I will have in the description box below. I've been active on there. I've posted stories, posted posts on there. So I haven't been completely off the earth, but I have not posted a YouTube video in a while. If you're new here, I'm Kayla, and this is my sister.
I'm Krista. I was in a lot of her videos before. I had nothing to do with teaching, but she kind of just wanted a little extra person in here because I kind of break the ice, and you'll learn that.
And she did a lot of unboxings with me and all of that, and I still have all of our old videos on my channel, which is where you're at right now. So if you do want to go see them, you can. I have all kinds of videos on there, and I felt like revamping my channel because I am a teacher now, for real, and I feel like I can share a lot more teaching things now compared to just like beauty stuff.
A picture here of her graduation right
here.
Yes.
So
teacher.
If you are new, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're returning, welcome back, and thanks for coming back to the craziness. I am basically going to tell you guys what I've been up to, life update, and all of that, so that you guys are just aware of what's going on and kind of like where I'm at right now. And then, yeah, so if you're new, you'll just learn a lot about that. Okay, so for reference, it's June 20th and it's summer now, so I figured this would also be a good time for me to film because I have time and, you know, just show you guys the summer adventures that are coming up, and then along with my first year of teaching coming up also. Okay, so the last time I posted a YouTube video was in August of last year of 2018. It is now June 2019. And since then, I had been finishing my last year of school. So my last 2 semesters of the teaching program at Texas State. So my fall semester, which was this past fall, it was my field-based block, and basically what that means is I still am taking college classes along with being in a classroom, but I was only in there like twice a week for a half day. It wasn't really that much, but I had full-time college classes at the campus by my house. So I was in a first grade class. I had to do a couple lessons in there. I had to do like a small group lesson, a whole group lesson, and then I think another whole group lesson. It was very like small scale compared to like what I've been doing lately. It's a good way to like kind of get going and get started and all of that. So last fall I was doing that the whole semester. Past spring is when I completed my student teaching. So I did my student teaching in 3rd grade, and I was really nervous to get 3rd grade because all of my experience and then like my field block was all between like pre-K and 2nd grade. So I really liked like those lower primary grades, and so that's what I was hoping for student teaching. So when I got my assignment for student teaching, I got 3rd grade, and I was excited because I hadn't had experience in there as much, but I was also nervous because I just didn't really have experience with like the upper elementary grades. So I started my student teaching this past spring in January, and I was in there every day full time until May. So I was in there every day with my cooperating teacher, who was amazing. Her and I became really close, and she really helped me like throughout the whole semester. And yeah, so that was really fun. I really wanted to do YouTube videos during student teaching so I could talk about like what it's like and the stuff I have to plan, but I literally was so busy, and I'm there when she gets there and I leave when she leaves, so I had no time for videos. I was there, so I had to do 3 observed lessons by my supervisor who worked for Texas State, and she would come in and watch me teach, and then we would like conference after, and then I had to do like some like midpoint conferences and final conferences with her, and then that was pretty much it. So my last day student teaching was May 6th. I graduated from Texas State on May 17th, and then I had my graduation party the day after on Saturday, May 18th. So it all happened really fast. I had like a 2-week gap between when I finished student teaching and then when I graduated. So I just worked at Whole Foods a lot, which you guys know if you've been here that's where I work at like regularly, and Krista works there with me too. So I graduated, and that was amazing.
We had a lot of family in town too, so that whole week was like pretty hectic.
Yes, and I did want to vlog my graduation party, but there was just so much happening.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. We had a party. I mean, I had family and friends come from out of town for my actual ceremony the day before my party.
And we had like dinner and everything that night, and then the next day, well, you graduated on a Friday, right?
Yeah, I graduated on Friday at like 2 p.m. and then we like went to dinner that night. Then the next day on Saturday,
that's when like everyone, like family and friends, co-workers, all that good stuff, like we had a whole entire shindig happening all day.
And so that started like around 2 and then went into the night. So
then
it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then we just like hung out with family that whole weekend.
And then we still had family stay for like a whole week after.
And I just continued working at Whole Foods after that. Since I graduated.
It's been like a month now.
It's been about a month since I graduated. So in that month, I had been applying to schools. After I graduated, I actually had to wait for my degree to like post on my transcripts to show that like I was awarded a bachelor's. So I had to let that happen first. And then once that happened, I actually had to apply for certification to show that I am certified to teach in Texas. So they basically see that like I graduated and I've taken all my tests that I needed to take and I'm good to be certified. So I had to apply for that, which I think was like $80 and it took like a couple weeks to do. And then started the job search. Job searching. I applied to a lot of schools.
But in this area that we live in, how many, there's 4 elementary schools
that are really close.
Literally a 2-mile radius from our house.
Yes, but the good thing about this school, which I'm not going to say names of school or nothing, the good thing about this school is I actually already know a lot of people that work there. One of my best friends works there. Her mom works in the front office. 2 girls that are on the 3rd grade team there I know as well. One of them used to be one of Chris's really good friends, and one of them I just know mutually, right? So the school that all my friends worked at, that I'm just mentioning now, is real close to me, down the street in a neighborhood.
Literally, so like you could have it more convenient than
it's so close. When I was looking at jobs and applying, that school actually had a 3rd grade position open. Now, after I student taught 3rd grade, I was literally in love with 3rd grade, and I loved it because they're so independent, but they're still young enough that they're funny and they like still want to be there. They still love you. I just really fell in love with 3rd grade. So I am really happy I did my student teaching in 3rd grade. I applied to a 3rd grade position and emailed that principal there. Well, when I was talking to my friend who works there, when I was talking to her about it, she was like, they'll probably email you really soon. I know that the break's coming up where they don't really like interview or hire anybody because it's like vacation time for them. So I heard that from a lot of people. So I was trying to be really patient, especially a lot of my friends were getting jobs around me. So I had to like be patient and just let it happen. About 2 weeks after I applied to that school, which was last week when I got the call? Okay, so today's Thursday, June 20th. Yes. I got a call from that principal Wednesday, June 12th. I'm trying to give you all a timeline. She called saying that she wanted to interview me that Friday, the 14th, for an interview that morning at the school for the 3rd grade position. I was so excited. I was like, yes, I'm so excited. Nervous. But I was so nervous because of what I had experienced before. Again, this was a school that I really did want to work at too, though, because I had a lot of friends that worked there. They loved the experience.
It was the location, like, it was literally so close to our house.
Plus, it was a 3rd grade position, which is what I wanted. Plus, I already knew 2 girls that were on the team, so like I just really, really wanted to work there. It felt really good that I had like about a day and a half to like really think about questions, go through answers, ask questions to like the principal that I know and like my cooperating teacher. So I felt good about it. Like I was really ready to do it. I went into the school and I met the principal and the 2 assistant principals that are there, and I had an interview with them, and it was about 10 questions long. They actually gave me a paper that had all the interview questions on it, like right when I walked in, and told me to look over it, and then then when I was ready we can get started, which was nice because I was able to like process the questions, and kind of like think about it. So they asked me a series of 10 questions. They all basically took turns asking me them. They said, and my interview was around 10, and they said, we'll let you know this afternoon, and I was like,
what did you look up about the school, like their values and stuff?
Yeah, so when I was looking up the school, I basically was looking up like their mission statement, their values, if they had any awards for the school, any like distinguished things about them, were they a STEM academy, were they like an arts integration academy, were they an IB school, like just things like that. So you just want to look at kind of what the school's known for. You could really apply for any job, not just for teaching, but when I'm talking about teaching specifically, like that is something that you want to do. I got home from the interview that Friday, and my mom was home because she had surgery, and she was like, let's go run some errands, and I was like, please, I need to get my mind off, like,
I think
just as time was passing by. You were in Denver, I think.
Oh, I was in Denver.
Yes, Krista was coming back home from Denver that day, so she wasn't even here.
On Friday?
Yes, because you guys got home that night and then you had to work Saturday.
Okay, yeah, see, I don't even know what's happening.
My mom and I went to go run some errands. I showed her where the school was at. She kind of had an idea, but I just wanted to show her like how close it was and just like kind of what it looked like. We left the house around like 10:30, 10:45, and then around noon, I got a call from an area code around here. So I answered it, and it was actually the assistant principal. And she was like, "Hi, Kayla, this is blah, blah, blah. We had a really good time interviewing you earlier." And so I was like, oh my God, she's gonna be like, but, you know. And then she was like, and so we want to offer you the 3rd grade position with our school. And I was like, huh?
She was like pooping bricks.
So I was freaking out when they told me that they wanted to offer me the position. Again, they offered it to me about a week ago, and I was like, yes, I accept, blah, blah, blah. And like, I don't think it's really sunk in because I don't know if I'm like disbelief or like what. I mean, it was only my 2nd interview, but I don't know.
Also, the fact that like when you get a classroom, it is bare besides the desks and like the chairs.
I mean,
and like
you just have the whiteboard
in there. Yeah, and that's it. So I think it's starting to hit her now after watching a whole bunch of like teaching videos that how much she really does have to prepare and everything.
Yeah, because I've been slowly going into like my garage and like where all my teaching stuff is at in boxes and kind of going through it and getting rid of like things I don't need or things I can give to other people. After I found out I got the job, they basically told me that HR was going to contact me within the next couple weeks to kind of like have me come in for like a new hire meeting and like have me sign my contract and stuff. So yeah, so I got a job as a 3rd grade teacher. Now that I have a job,
it's crunch time, y'all. Again, Kayla doesn't come from like a family of teachers, so like we don't know how any of this works, and she like we're all here to help her. Obviously, like we're gonna help her move into her classroom and all that good stuff, but like,
and they're gonna be good sports because they're basically just gonna have to, I don't want to sound like that, but they're basically gonna have to do what I tell them because
like,
they don't
we don't know what's happening.
Like, you can't really give input on like, oh, this should go here because like
I literally
because obviously like all know how a classroom runs, you know, and it's one of those things. Now that I have a job, it's kind of setting in that like I'm gonna have to like start organizing, buying things. The hard part is I haven't been in my room yet because I don't know exactly like what kind of storage I have, what stuff is in there from the previous teacher. But once I do get to see, then I will get more of like a snapshot of like where I could put things and things like that. So they said that the HR people should contact me within the next couple weeks. I know at the end of July for school, they're gonna have like some trainings and professional developments, new teacher orientation, things like that. Our first official work day / teacher preparation is August 5th, and the first day of school is August 15th. So I don't know if that necessarily means that the first day I'll get to see my classroom is the 5th, and then I have 10 days to like get it together, or if I'll be let in before that, but then August 5th is the first day like I have to be at the school, you know, like for prep and stuff. We'll see, but I will keep you guys updated, of course, as all of that process goes through, especially being like a 1st year teacher. Like, it'll be helpful to some other people. Again, every district does things differently, but just kind of like what I am going through.
My birthday is Saturday, June 22nd.
In 2 days.
I'm turning 22, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So like people ask, like I don't know, so don't ask.
So we're chilling.
Yeah, so I'm kind of chilling, going to work and going to school, and that's about it. Living life with my pups and my boyfriend, and living large.
So next week on Tuesday,
the 25th,
we are leaving for a trip to California. As you guys know, if you've been on my channel, you saw my video.
That's gonna be a whole separate video again.
You saw my video from last summer where me, Kristen, Lauren, and my mom went to California together for a week, and we are going on another trip together, but it's just gonna be me, Krista,
I think it's gonna be
Lauren.
A little different too because like we planned everything ourselves, we booked everything ourselves, we also like rented a car. Okay, then Sunday, June 23rd is Kayla's last day at Whole Foods.
So the reason it's my last day at Whole Foods and the reason I'm quitting is because in July, this upcoming July, I'm doing a STEM science summer camp for all of July, then teaching in August. So
she did it last year.
And I figured this at the end of June was a good time to quit so that I can pursue full-time teaching. So like, this Sunday, the 23rd, is going to be my last day at Whole Foods, but Chris is going to continue working there. Yeah. Chris's boyfriend is taking us to the airport that early. Just a quick little, quick overview itinerary. Again, we are going to have a whole separate vlog about
everything
California. Very similar to the video I did last summer, but different. Basically, we're gonna land in LA on Tuesday, spend the day in LA. That night, we're staying in Anaheim, where Disneyland is at. Wednesday, we're gonna spend all day at Disneyland. Lauren's first time at Disneyland was last summer in that video.
She really liked it a lot.
And Chris and I grew up in California, so we try to go every year. then that night on Wednesday after Disneyland, we're driving down to Oceanside, which is where Chris and I are from, and we are staying at an Airbnb for the rest of the time.
Cute. Like, we're gonna have to show you like overview of it, but like it is freaking so cute, and it's in like the town over from where we're from, because a lot of the places in the town that we're from, Oceanside, like they only do like beach rentals, like it's
like
weird.
on the beach. There's not really like just full houses, and like we wanted to make sure we got like a whole house. Thursday when we wake up, we are going to go spend the day in Oceanside, so we're going to go to like the farmer's market in the morning.
Coffee every day.
Yes, always. We're going to go to the beach all day, and then we are going to go ahead and go to like the Sunset Market at night. Then on Friday, the next day, we're going to go to San Diego, and we're just going to go explore again San Diego. We love to go to Balboa Park. Yeah. We like to go to Gaslamp Quarter. We like to go check out some breweries usually, eat at some good restaurants, and of course get coffee.
Like this trip is mainly about eating. Like I feel like any trip usually is.
But we're really focusing on the food.
Yeah, but last year when Kayla and Lauren went to California, people are like, why do you go to LA? But like, they didn't really have the chance to explore LA.
Yeah, we went to Venice Beach for a little bit and then to Santa Monica for a little bit, but me and Lauren didn't really get to go to like Santa Monica Pier or like 3rd Street Promenade.
And we want to go to like Earth Cafe in Beverly Hills. We want to maybe if we have time, we want to do
the Griffith Observatory.
That's really cool to see too.
And just really go explore LA before we head down to Anaheim. Yeah. And then Saturday we fly out of LA, so we have to drive back up there.
We fly like later in the late afternoon, so we still can leave really early from San Diego that morning and like probably get breakfast and then we'll head to LA, and then we'll be there hopefully early enough that we can, if we want to do anything last minute, we can, that we didn't have a chance to.
But we just want to at least get into LA so that we're down there and there's not,
because like traffic will
is like horrendous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That will be what we are doing next week.
And we get back Saturday, June 29th.
Yes. Okay. And so we will vlog that whole thing. Again, that will be in a whole separate video, but you will be notified of that. For that comes July. That is when I'm doing the summer camp. It's a STEM science summer camp. Again, I'm going to leave my Instagram down below if you guys want to follow me. I kind of changed like the name of my YouTube, like name of my Instagram, just to be more like teacher based. I don't really want like a name. I just want to like my name. So I put the new Instagram name below, but if you've been following me, it's like you'll still be following me. And I'll post a lot more about like my science summer camp on there. I won't really do a video on that. And I'll talk about it on my stories and stuff, so be sure to head over there and follow that so you can see stuff like that. Like I said, the end of July, I'm going to have a lot of professional developments, a lot of trainings, hopefully seeing my classroom, hopefully getting into there. Again, I will show you guys all of that. So right now, if people don't know, Krista and I live at our parents' house. Like, Krista and I right now live with our parents, and the reason that like I live with them is because when I was going to school in San Marcos for Texas State, I was getting ready to apply to the teaching program through Texas State and realized that they have the Round Rock campus a mile from my parents' house. So they were like, yeah, and it wouldn't make any sense to live on my own when I can just live with them.
Pay rent free, all that.
Yeah, and like pay my own other stuff, but go to the school a mile from me. That's basically an update on
everything,
where we've been, where we're at with school, where we're at with living. I'm also very sorry for like the background and shadow situation. Quick story, again, I haven't used my ring light, which you can tell when I've used it in my past videos. I haven't used it since last year when I would film videos, and my parents put it in the attic, and so I went to go grab it, and it smelled like something died in the attic, and so I literally could not sit up there and look for it because it smelled so bad. We were like, we're just gonna improvise. This is just a intro coming back video, so it's fine, and we keep it real with y'all.
Yeah,
and like I said, on my Instagram and on here, it'll mainly be teaching, but I still like to throw in the stuff about like beauty stuff or makeup favorites,
I'm sure
home stuff. Like you'll still see stuff like that, like lifestyle stuff, but a lot of it will be teaching.
I'm sure you'll see a lot of like DIYs.
Yeah.
She has to like do bin labeling and all that crap.
Yeah, and so
what else like that? Our California trip is coming up.
So like
probably just more
and travel.
hauls and vlogs of like just
school
getting
stuff.
ready for school, and like she's definitely gonna have to do clothing hauls because please tell her she needs help.
Down below in the description box, I will put my Instagram page if you guys want to follow me. Again, I post stories on there pretty frequently. And then, of course, if you're already here, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Press the thumbs up if you liked this video.
Let us know down below, like, what you guys are looking for. And
yeah, because, I mean, like I said before, like, all the stuff I was posting, people seem to really like. But, you know, if they're like, oh, we want to see your classroom favorites, or like classroom essentials, or like first year teacher tips or something, I don't know. And we will catch you guys in the next one.